good afternoon, Kathleen. How are you doing? Have you finished off the work for today? Wrapped everything up?
Yeah, I have. I've been done for a little while now. Why? Did you need something from me, Sandra?
Oh, just checking up on you to see how you're doing. So, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking me. This is about Mom, right? That's why you're asking me?
Yeah, that's exactly right. You saw right through me. I was really worried about what's going on there after everything, you know.
Oh, thank you so much for your concern. It was definitely shocking for sure, with my mother's passing and whatnot, you know? But I've really bounced back now and I'm doing much better, so... We've already finished cleaning up around the house and everything. Everything's already been sorted and whatnot.
Yeah, so about that, you're gonna be okay with Charles taking over the house? That's not gonna be a problem, right?
Excuse me? Have you not spoken to my brother yet?
Well, actually, he's been going away on business trips for quite some time now. I don't have much time to really sit down and talk to him at all, but I mean, he's the older brother, so that should be the way things go, right?
I mean, that's true, but he's always away on business, just like you said. That's why he didn't really want to bother doing anything with the paperwork and whatnot, so I was going to do all of the paperwork for him to take over all of the inheritance. We already agreed that I would be handling all of that.
Excuse me? Handling all of that? What the hell are you talking about? Why is that already being pushed forward? I didn't even hear about this story at all.
Well, we were all at our mother's funeral. I spoke to my brother and discussed everything with him. You said that you had to be somewhere because you had something to do and to take care of. So you left midway through, which is probably why you didn't notice us talking.
Was that what happened? I don't really remember anymore. But I really don't think that you should just sell everything. That's literally the worst idea I've heard in a long time.
Pardon me?
It's literally a really valuable house that's built on great land. Why would you two just get rid of it all? And that brings up the question of, if you are going to get rid of it, who's going to be taking all of the money from the sales? I'm sure you're planning on taking it all and keeping it to yourself, right, Kathleen? That's not gonna fly at all, okay? The eldest son, Charles, is the one that deserves to take all of the money from the house.
I've already spoken to Charles about all of that, you know? Is it alright if you just listen to everything he has to say from now on? I've already settled everything with him and he's already aware and agreed. And just because I take the inheritance doesn't mean that it's all free. It still costs a lot of money in taxes. I literally can't live in that big house all by myself anyway. It's just going to be a waste of money, you know? It's just going to be way too much work paying for taxes every year all alone. That's why we both agreed to sell the house.
I'm never going to let that happen, you understand? I'm going to move from my house, and I'm going to start living in that house. Actually, that was the plan from the get-go anyway, so I don't know why he agreed to that. We're going to be terminating our lease this month anyway.
Wait, what? Hang on. Are you talking about the place that you're living in now?
Yeah, the place you've been before. We were actually coming up on a renewal soon. Next month was the last month of our contract, so...
Okay, and?
And it costs money to renew the contract, you understand? If I just live over there in that house, then I don't need to pay rent, right? It's literally free. That's why I've decided that we need to move out of this dinky little apartment and move into that nice house. So please, just don't go selling the house all on your own like that. You're seriously going to be causing me a headache.
I mean, I'm sorry for causing you a headache, but I really didn't hear anything from my brother about you all coming over here to live in this house.
I just told you a second ago. Literally just now. Is there a problem here, Kathleen? You're starting to annoy me. This shouldn't be an issue to begin with. That house is literally basically Charles's birthright. So I'm gonna be living in that house, you understand? Which means you need to pack your things and get out of that house.
Pardon me? What do you mean?
I mean, I need you to be out of the house by the end of the month. I'm going to be moving in, and I'm going to be bringing Carl with me too.
Have you already spoken to my brother about this? Or was this all decided on your own?
No, I haven't talked to Charles about any of this, but to be fair, he's going to agree with this decision anyway. I mean, come on, he's gotta like having a bigger house. It's better for the kids too. Have you thought about that at all?
Okay, I was planning on leaving anyway, but just because you live here and you don't have to pay for rent doesn't mean that it's going to be any cheaper than it is now. It's still going to cost a lot of money for electricity and whatnot because it's just an older house. That's why I'm staying at this house for now, but I'm going to sell it and get rid of it because it's too outdated to even renovate.
Okay, yeah, sure, whatever. Just be honest with me for a second, Kathleen. You're just upset and jealous that Charles and I are going to be taking your parents' house, right?
That's not what I'm saying at all. You're seriously going to be hard-pressed living here, Sandra. You really need to talk to my brother about everything because this is starting to get out of hand.
I've already reserved a day for the movers to take all our stuff to that house, so sorry to break it to you, but you're gonna have to leave by the end of the month. If you're that dead set on staying there, then can you be sure to watch Carl for me? If you're okay with watching Carl for me, I'll be okay with you just staying in my house.
I'm sorry to break it to you, Sandra, but the house is already my house. It's not even my parents' home anymore. And we've already found a real estate agent that's willing to put this house up for sale. It's already all been decided and there's no going back now. The fact that you're bringing this up right now, after all this time, kind of makes me think that maybe there's another reason other than you just wanting the house.
It's just a little too expensive for us to have to renew the lease because we don't have too much money. Besides, it's kind of a waste, isn't it? We can just live there for free. To add to all of that, if we didn't have to take care of your mom and all of her needs, I would have lived there way sooner. But now she's gone, so everything is solved.
Are you telling me that you were waiting around for my mom to pass away so you could hijack the house?
I wouldn't go that far, Kathleen, but you know, the house is empty now. Let's just keep it at the whole situation has worked out in everyone's favor, okay? Because I don't want to have to pay for any more rent than I need to.
Why are you struggling that hard on my brother's pay? Isn't he working really hard?
What do you mean?
I know that he goes away on business trips a lot for sure, but I know that he gets compensated for his trips accordingly. If you just live a regular life, you honestly shouldn't even have to worry about anything and be able to save money while you're at it. Why are you in such dire debt to where you can't even renew your lease? I don't understand how you could be struggling that desperately for money.
That, Kathleen, has nothing to do with you at all. You need to mind your own damned business, do you understand me?
You know, Sandra, normally I'd be inclined to agree with you. But this time, you're trying to move into my house without any kind of permission, and you're telling me to leave. So, I want to know what is draining so much money from your house to the point where you can't even renew your lease.
A lot of things cost a lot of money, Kathleen. Things you wouldn't even understand. We have a kid, you know. They can be really expensive. Whatever, if you live with Carl and I, you'll understand what it's like to live with a kid. Maybe then I wouldn't need to explain anything. I feel kind of bad now that you mention it, though, asking you to leave the house immediately. Maybe I can reconsider my whole idea of just kicking you out. If you want to stay with us while we're there, you can stay with us. I'm going to be taking the biggest room of the house, though, just so you know. And you'll have to be taking care of Carl for me, so good luck with that, okay?
I just called my brother and had him check up on everything, but, he said that he was checking his bank account from his phone, and apparently all of his checking accounts are bone dry. Care to explain what's going on, Sandra?
What? His phone? You can check your bank account using your phone without going to the bank?
Yeah, you can check through online banking apps nowadays. How did you not know this? He was just letting you handle all of his finances up until this point. He never really checked his accounts or anything because, he trusted you with his money. But he said that you've been acting way too suspicious recently, so he wanted to check up on everything. What have you been using all of the money on exactly?
I haven't used any of the money, nothing special anyway. Whatever, we're gonna be moving into the home and that's that. You understand and agree to this and there will be no arguing, understand?
Okay, so that means that you will be buying the house and taking it off my hands. Am I correct in my interpretation of what you're suggesting?
Excuse me? What are you talking about, Kathleen? Why are you saying that I'll be buying the house? It's literally my house to begin with, so I can't buy it off of you. I'm not gonna be spending a single penny to buy anything off of you.
I'm sorry to break it to you, but I've already put in all of the paperwork to sell the house to someone. If you want the house that badly, Sandra, you'll have to do it the right way with all the paperwork going through the real estate agent. But to be honest with you, Sandra, I'm not sure about this. This house kind of seems a little too big for you to be living in all alone.
What are you talking about living alone? I'm gonna be living in that house with Charles and Carl. We're all gonna be there. You can actually live there for a short little while if you'd like, Kathleen.
Actually, my brother just told me he has no intention of ever living with you anymore.
What?
I'm telling you that he said that after he gets back from his business trip tomorrow, he's going to be talking to his lawyer about all of this. He apparently intends to be divorcing you, Sandra. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news.
What are you talking about, Kathleen? He would never keep such an important thing from me. There's absolutely no reason that he would be talking to me through you, especially not about something that important. He hasn't said anything to me about anything either.
I mean, maybe he really wasn't messaging you because he was busy messaging me, but the message that you sent my brother a little while ago, maybe you should recheck who you're sending that to.
What message?
The message you intended to send to your partner that you're having an affair with? You've made a mistake somehow and managed to send it to my brother instead. My brother just sent me this photo a second ago and showed me what he saw. I'm going to be over to your bar again, Kenny. You just hang out there for me. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to secure the house real soon, too. That's totally talking to someone you're having an affair with, right? There's no real wiggle room there.
I totally made a mistake. Please delete that photo. You really don't need to be sending me anything. You shouldn't be sending me crap like that anyway.
Yeah, okay, whatever. You've really screwed up this time, haven't you? Just so you know, my brother seemed to have his suspicions already. This kind of just nailed the coffin. He was already having you investigated by a private investigator.
Wait, is that true? You're totally lying, right? None of this is real.
So apparently with this whole moving thing, and the fact that you've used up so much money that you don't even have money to renew the apartment lease, I'm pretty sure he was fed up and decided to just get a divorce right away. This was the last straw.
This is all a misunderstanding, don't you get it? I'm literally not having any kind of affair. It's just a bar that I go to often because it's a nice little bar. He just happens to work at that bar, don't you understand?
Oh, come on. Let's be real. It's one of the bartenders that work there, right?
What? I mean, yeah, it is, but if anything, we're more like friends than anything. We get along like friends and nothing more than that. Sure, it was a little more than just as a regular customer, but...
So in other words, you had a bartender sweet talk you and woo you into going back to his bar regularly, right? You don't seem to want to admit that you're just another customer at this bar, but it sounds like you don't want to even admit that you're being fooled and used by this bartender.
I'm not being fooled. What are you talking about, Kathleen? Once we move into that house you're holding on to oh so dearly, we're going to be living together. Eventually, that's the story anyway.
Ah, so that was your real intention. Now it all seems to make sense. And to add to everything, you finally admitted all this.
Wait, hang on just a second, Kathleen.
You can't just delete it now. It's too late for that. I've already sent everything that you sent me to my brother.
What? What the hell? What is it with you siblings and sending everyone and each other screenshots?
Anyway, none of this is relevant to me, like you so kindly said earlier. If you want to buy this house and live in it, you're going to have to go through my real estate guy and his agency to buy it at full price. It's not my brother's at all. I own it outright. The whole house is in my name. And even if it were to belong to my brother somehow, I'm pretty sure he's dead set on getting a divorce, so I don't think it matters anymore anyway. Would you agree with me, Miss Sandra?
What are you talking about divorce? Charles isn't answering his phone at all. What the hell is going on here?
I don't think he wants to talk to you right now, Sandra. He's probably pretty fed up with you. Anyway, Sandra, we're strangers now. We have nothing to do with each other at all. So if you don't mind, could you stop messaging me or calling me, please?
Please don't be like that, Kathleen. Come on, we're great friends. You could help me out and be the middleman between my husband and I. We were basically sisters, you and I. We were super close.
You leave Carl all alone at night and go out to a bar. Not only that, but you flirt and sleep with the bartender. I definitely don't want someone like that thinking that she's my sister, even if she is an in-law.
I never left him alone at night. I didn't do any of that.
You understand everything is pretty much already figured out, right? And that everything you've been doing can be considered child neglect and abuse? Of course, I'm going to do everything within my power to make sure that my brother will be having full custody of Carl. You just need to be ready to pay for any and all damages you may owe my brother and any child support he's going to be asking of you. I think it's in your best interest to do that right now while you still have a place to stay.
I've already contacted the movers, though. I can't just take it back, right? Ugh, what should I do, Kathleen? I don't know what to do.
How about you just move away then? You're going to be getting a divorce anyway, right? I hope you don't struggle too much to find a new house that you can live all alone in. Alright, goodbye, Sandra. I won't miss you, you selfish ex-sister-in-law. Charles went to the lawyers as soon as he finished his business trip and made it back home. He started on the paperwork and discussions for moving the divorce forward. He was already gathering all of the necessary evidence for the divorce, apparently. Sandra was in a situation where there was no chance in the world that she would be able to talk her way out of this one. After he was easily able to prove that she was guilty of child abuse and neglect, she lost all chances of any parental rights over Carl. Not only that, but she was sued for damages. Charles moved into a brand new house with Carl. Sandra, on the other hand, was unable to move at all because she ran out of money. She went back to her parents' house, but she was eventually chased out of her parents' house as well. Right now, she's living at her part-time job's dorms and trying to pay off all the damages she was ordered by the court to pay off.
Hey Hilda, how's it going? I feel like we haven't talked in forever. How has life been treating you? I just wanted to reach out because I just learned how old you are. Man, I have to say that I was just shocked. I mean, don't you worry about your age ever? You should probably start looking into a retirement home or something at this point, don't you think? Just how many vitamins are you having to take a day just to stay functional?
Sorry, this is the reason you wanted to message me, Lindsay? I guess I just really don't know what to say at all. I was going to congratulate you on your wedding, though. I mean, I really didn't see my brother getting married so soon after he started his new job.
Well, I guess he must have learned from watching you what he didn't want to be.
And just what might you mean with that statement just then, Lindsay?
I mean that you're way older than him and you're still not married. You think he wanted that life for himself after seeing you go through it? I just don't get it, Hilda. How are you not married yet? I get that you're really into your job and that's all you think about and everything, but you think that you would have at least met one other person to be in a relationship with? I don't know how I could live with myself if I were you. It must feel just absolutely soul-crushing to be a woman of age and know that you have no one special to come home to after work. I just don't know how I'd ever be able to do something like that.
I really don't feel that way at all, if you must know. I don't have any problem at all with not being married. I'm actually very happy with my life like this, and I don't really feel the need to go out and do something like that. And just what's the rush to get married anyways? That's something that I've never been able to understand about this craze for getting married so young. I mean, even my little brother Sam, who you're married to now, was already talking about how badly he wanted to get married as soon as he got out of college. I just really don't get what the point of wanting to rush into something like that is. It seems like it would make way more sense for something like that to come naturally.
What's the point in waiting to get married any longer after you've already secured a job? That's just what comes next in any adult life. First, you get a job, then you get married, then you have kids. So as you can see, you have a lot of catching up to do, you old hag.
Okay, Lindsay, I don't know why you're even acting so surprised about my age. After all, you are 25 years old, aren't you? So I get why you would want to marry a young man like my brother. But you do realize that he's still technically a college student, right? He was only given his job offer, but he literally hasn't even started working yet.
And so what if I'm 25 years old? It's about making the most of the time while you have it. And I'm not going to let myself go to waste just to end up some shriveled up old hack like you. I honestly don't even know how you can live with yourself the way you are. It's just sad, really. I mean, don't you have any shame about your life at all?
I really think that you're being quite rude to me right now. I don't want to get married. I don't see the point in getting married so early, and I think those are both perfectly fair points to hold. If you're getting married because it's something you both want to do, then I think that is just great, Lindsay. I mean, I've talked to Sam about this, and even he can't believe that he's getting married so young. But as long as you both are happy, I don't have any kind of objections.
You don't know what you're talking about at all. Sam was never nervous about marrying me. He was nervous about whether or not he was going to be offered his job or not. He knew that I wanted to quit mine and become a housewife, so he knew that this marriage wouldn't work unless he had a job first. And now I'm going to get married and live my dream life. Especially compared to you. Now I want to have to grind myself down to nothing for some company that doesn't care at all about me. Does that sound familiar, Hilda? I'm really sorry if it does. I didn't mean to touch a nerve. Maybe you should have just swallowed your pride and gotten married when you were younger and had a chance to.
Right, well, I am glad that you and Sam are so sure about this wedding working out then. I suppose that I'll see you at the wedding itself then.
Wait a second. What do you mean you're going to see us at the wedding? Don't tell me that you were going to come to Sam and I's wedding.
Well, yes, he is my little brother after all. I was very much planning on being there if you really want to know.
So you're really going to come to the wedding then? You're being serious about that? You are actually going to be present at the wedding? That is going to be held between Sam and I? Just what the heck do you think you're even going to do there at the wedding, huh? What would even be the point of you showing up?
I'm not quite sure that I understand what you mean by that. I mean, like I just said, it's my little brother's wedding. I was going to go there so that I could help him celebrate and be with my family to watch him get married. Does that really not make any sense to you?
But to do what? Why are you going to be there? I want to know what exactly is it in your plan on doing at Sam and I's wedding.
I am really sorry to keep asking, Lindsay, but I really am not sure about what you mean by that. I don't know what you mean by what do I intend to do there. I was just going to participate like everyone else and help you both celebrate. Does that make sense to you?
So you're really just going to show up to a wedding for young people and not be slightly embarrassed about all of that? Even though you're so old and unmarried? You do know that basically everyone there is going to be in their 20s, don't you? There isn't a place for you with that kind of crowd, Hilda. Just think about it. You're already in your 30s. You won't understand a word of our slang and you'll complain that the music is too loud and that your back hurts. There will just be too big a generation gap between you and the other guests.
I am sure that a lot of your and Sam's friends are going to be there and that they are going to be a fair bit younger than I am. But I imagine your families are also invited to be there, right? So I'm going to go there as part of the family and be there for my little brother's wedding, okay? I really am not going to the wedding to try and make friends with your friends or anything like that, if that was what you were worried about. But either way, I really don't care about how old anyone is there because that isn't even what the wedding is about, right?
Of course that's what the wedding is about. How can you say it doesn't matter how old you are? You really don't think that you can just come and that you won't cause any problems for the wedding, right? Do you have dementia or something? Is that why you're thinking this way?
Lindsay, I really think that you are going too far with all of these insults, and I would appreciate it if you stopped it. I have already talked to Sam about this, and he knows that I intend to be there for the wedding. I am his family. I am his older sister, and I have a right to be there whether you like it or not.
You really think it's your right to be at the wedding? You must have hit your head or something. Why on earth do you think that this is how it works at all? You really are too much. You're an unmarried 30-year-old woman. As far as I'm concerned, you've already given up all your rights.
So you're not really going to try and meet me halfway or compromise on this at all? You do realize that all you're doing is getting yourself in deeper and deeper trouble at this point, don't you?
There you go again, just talking this nonsense. You really shouldn't forget to take your pills, Grandma. And just what do you know about me, huh? What makes you think that I'm getting into any trouble?
This whole conversation is just getting rather ridiculous for me, Lindsay. I don't want to be insulted by you anymore. Let me just say that I am going to be at the wedding, but I am more than happy to avoid you and your friends if you are so concerned that my presence is going to be a problem there.
You really have some nerve showing up to this wedding of youth. Do you know that? I really didn't think that I'd see you. I had hoped that you were sufficiently warned the last time that we talked, but I guess I didn't go far enough, did I? I should have known that I would have had to repeat myself way more for a brittle old woman like you to get what I was saying through your thick skull.
You keep making fun of my mental acuity, but what about you? Did you hit your head or something? Just what on earth made you think that doing that was a good idea? Why would you do something like that?
If you were looking for someone to blame, you can start with yourself. You can start with yourself. You know that I warned you not to come before, and yet you decided to show up anyways. You were practically asking for it.
What are you talking about, Lindsay? What did I even do that was wrong? I don't understand it all. All I wanted to do was be there for my little brother on his wedding day. But instead, you run up to me and punched me right in the gut. I felt like I was about to puke. Did you know that? I could hardly breathe after that. Why would you hit someone and act so violently on your own wedding day? You're a terrible person, do you know that? I had no idea you were capable of something like that.
Oh, please. Don't make such a big deal over it. I barely even hit you that hard. I just wanted to pay you back a little for not listening to me when I told you not to come. If you chose to run away from the venue like you did, then that's also on you. Don't you dare try to put the blame on me for any of this. Do you understand?
You still assaulted me. You do realize that that's illegal, don't you? Why would you even want to act that violently at your own wedding? I just don't understand it at all.
Oh, please. Quit being such a big baby. I must have forgotten I was dealing with a fragile old woman when I hit you, but I told you that this wedding was going to be for young people only, and that you weren't welcome here.
Can you please just stop with this younger than you business? It is seriously annoying, and you have taken it way too far now. I get that when you're young, you might think that you're on top of the world and that you look down on old people. But you are taking this way too far and just being unreasonable now. I have tried to be patient with you as my brother's fiancé. But even I have my limits, and you have most certainly crossed them. I mean, the fact that I even have to explain to you that it's wrong to hit people. It's just ridiculous. You're crazy, do you know that? Why would you do something like this?
Oh, please. How dare you try to lecture me? Just because you're older doesn't mean that you're wiser or smarter than me, or that you can boss me around. You're just jealous because you're almost 10 years older than your little brother, and you're still not married. You were making the whole venue smell like mothballs and old people. That's why I had to think of something to get you out of there as fast as I could. You were ruining everything with your horrible oldness.
Okay, this is just stupid. I don't have to put up with this. If you're really going to act in this way, then I think I'll just go home. You're not worth the effort at all. Do you realize that?
Well, good. Get out of here. You were never ever welcomed here to begin with. I hope you didn't forget your walker for your trip home, you old hag. Leave and never come back. You were never even wanted here in the first place.
I don't even know why you're insisting that this wedding is for young people only. That really doesn't even make sense with our parents all here as well.
Well, of course our parents were going to go home, but only because I have them special permission and told them it was okay. Something that I specifically didn't say to you.
You are seriously just delusional if you think that any of this makes sense or that this is any way to treat another person. I just can't even deal with you anymore. So I'll do as you say and just go home then. But you better know that you are going to regret what you've done to me and that nothing you're saying is going to change what happens next. Don't say that I didn't warn you.
There you go again with your melted brain rumblings. You really think that you can do anything to me at all? The only thing that I regret is not kicking you out of here sooner. I should have tossed you out the moment I saw you.
Right, then I guess I'll just be heading off. I've had enough of this from you. You're a horrible woman. You'll make a horrible wife. And I would be surprised if you even make it through the wedding.
Pick up the phone right now. Can't you see that I've been calling you this whole time? Why wouldn't you answer your phone? I thought that old people were supposed to love talking on the phone and hated texting. So when you see that you're getting a call from me, you pick it up right away, got it? Things are falling apart here and I want an explanation for what's going on.
Oh, are things not going so well for you at your wedding? I'm terribly sorry to hear that, but don't say that I didn't warn you. And you have got to be joking if you think that I'd ever want to talk to you on the phone after the way you treated me today. I would rather lose my hearing.
Please, don't be like this. Lindsay, I'm really serious. This is an emergency. Please, you have to help me.
I don't understand what you want me to do now. I did just as you said and left your wedding to go home. That is what you wanted me to do, isn't it?
So then you really did go all the way back home. Why would you do that? What's the matter with you? I need you to get back here to the wedding venue right this second.
You really want me to come back and be at your wedding even after you punched me in the gut? Are you sure about that, Lindsay? You really must be one of the most selfish women that I've ever met. I don't think I've ever known someone as self-centered and crazy as you are.
Please, Hilda. We don't have time for this. Just get back here right now. Things are seriously falling apart and I really, really need you right now. It's an emergency, okay?
I suppose the emergency is that my brother heard what you did and that's why the whole wedding is falling apart around you, isn't it? Or maybe he heard about you, wouldn't stop making fun of me and saying all kinds of horrible things to me. But all the while, you had no idea that I was actually the president of the company where Sam got his job. You really are a moron. Do you know that? You were already stupid for assaulting someone for no reason. But you didn't even realize the mistake you were making.
But how was I supposed to know that you were the president of the company that Sam got his job offer from? I seriously had no idea what you even did for a living. And Sam never ever mentioned that he only had his job because of his connection to you. He never told me so. How was I supposed to know? None of this is my fault, but I heard that you told Sam that you were going to take back your job offer to him. Please, you can't do that to him for something that I did. This isn't fair on anyone, right?
And just why isn't it fair for me to do that? I don't want anything to do with a crazy woman like you ever again. You were just horrible, and I want you out of my life as soon as possible. And if I want that to really happen, it means that I have to find every way to cut you out of my life. In this case, that just so happens to include my relationship with Sam too. So, I just can't let him work in my company where I would run the risk of running into or even having to hear about you. It was a pretty cut and dry decision to me.
No, that still doesn't make any sense. I mean, why does Sam have to lose his job just because you don't want to deal with me? Don't you think that's taking things so far?
Sorry, you misunderstand. He's not being fired at all because he still doesn't have the job. We sent him an offer. But there was still a lot of paperwork in between that and him actually working for me. So I withdrew our offer to him and wished him the best of luck in finding another job. Or rather, I think he would rather have had more time to find backup jobs if not for you. I heard that you put most of the work for the wedding planning on him as well. And whenever he said that he wanted to try and focus on job hunting, you would threaten to break up with him. And my brother, being the kind boy that he is, agreed to go along with the wedding plan so that he didn't disappoint you.
I just wanted a husband who was always going to put me first, and I thought that this would be a good way to test him. I didn't want a husband who didn't even have time for a relationship because he was too busy working like you.
Well, you probably could have thought of a better way to go about that. Because if Sam doesn't have a job, then you're not going to be able to be a housewife like you always wanted to be.
Please, you can't do this. Please, don't take away your brother's job like this. I promise that I apologize to you for everything that I've said up to now. I really didn't realize what I was doing at all. I only want to marry your brother. Is that really so bad? Haven't you already done enough to ruin my actual wedding? Can't you just leave things as they are and let Sam and I get married in peace without any more drama?
Are you really trying to pin all of this on me right now? Let's not forget that you were the one who ran to me and punched me, okay? You overreacted by several miles, and now you're going to try and pin something that is entirely your fault on me. You seriously need to wake up.
Just shut up, you old hag. You don't know what you're talking about at all. You're ruining my life. You're literally the reason my wedding is falling apart, and you need to do something to fix it right now. I'm really serious.
I don't care how serious you are. I am not going to change my mind. And nothing you say is going to change that at all. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go to the police station and file a report against you. So I'll be quite busy with that.
Wait, what? What do you mean you have to go to the police to file a report against me? What does that even mean?
Well, it means that since you assaulted me, I have a right to report you to the police for what you did to me. Do you understand? I go to the police. I tell them that I've been assaulted. I say that it was you, and then they arrest you and look into the incident. Does that make sense?
But wait, you can't be serious about this, right? I mean, you're my sister-in-law. I didn't mean for things to happen like this, but please, we're about to be family, so there's no point in doing this. You don't need to go this far, Hilda. It was just a little joke, that's all.
It certainly didn't feel like a joke when you punched me in the gut. And I have no intention of forgiving you for what you did to me either. We are going to take this to the court and solve this like adults.
So you're really going to sue me then? You're really going to have me arrested too? You know that I wasn't serious about the punch. Please, haven't you already done enough? Why do you have to go this far?
If you think that I'm buying a word that you're saying, you're dead wrong. Why don't you just own up to what you did like an adult?
If I admit what I did was wrong, will you let me go?
Well, now you're just admitting that the only reason you would apologize would be to let go. But it's way too late for that.
Of course it's not too late. Don't say that. Please. All I want to do is get married. You don't have to do this. I didn't even do anything to you. I just got a little carried away.
I would say that you were more than a little carried away. I mean, you literally hit me.
Well, I guess I did technically hit you, yes?
Well, there you have it. And I'm afraid that as long as he's with you, I want nothing to do with my brother either.
Please, I really didn't know about any of this at all. I had no idea that you were the president of Sam's company, and I had no idea that you could just take the offer away from him like that.
Well, it's all very true. But even if it wasn't, it still wouldn't make what you did okay in the slightest. You realize that, don't you? Especially after the shock you gave to everyone over what you did.
Shock? What do you mean? What did I do? Who did I shock?
Well, all of our relatives there who saw you punch me for one.
But I didn't think that anyone was looking at me when I did that.
You didn't think that people at a wedding weren't staring at the bride the entire time? You really are more stupid than I ever thought possible. In the end, the wedding between Sam and Lindsay ended up being canceled, and Sam called off the engagement. In return, I let him keep his job. I did, however, go through with the police report, and Lindsay was arrested for hitting me. Even her parents disowned her for what she did. She tried to beg me for help, but I blocked her number and never heard from her again. I did hear, however, that the police arrived at the wedding venue and arrested her in front of everyone.
Hey, Michelle, I really need to talk to you, and it's important. I can't overlook this any longer. Are you seriously going out again? Really? Is this necessary? You need to realize this. Going out every night is the worst thing that a housewife can do. You really need to take your role more seriously. Don't you think it's bad for Reese to be working late into the night? Are you even thinking about his needs right now? Don't you know how selfish you're being? Rose, seriously? Are you really bringing up this whole situation again? Why must you do this to me all the time? It's making me so frustrated. No matter how many times I try to explain this to you, why don't you try and make an effort to understand? I direct traffic at night for my job, okay? I'm trying to do my best to contribute to our living expenses, so I've got no choice but to do this job. Things need to be paid for, and I work very hard. I don't think I have even gone out at night for the past few years or so. It's been a long time since I've gone out clubbing or anything like that. I don't get you, Michelle. All you do is lie through your teeth. You're far from a suitable match for my son, Reese. All you are is trash, Michelle. You tell nothing but lies, and you're just an annoying little parasite that we can't get rid of from this house. This is the family house, and you're ruining everything. You need to stop all of these antics that you're doing and be a good and obedient housewife. This is not the time to be joking around, okay? Even if Reese forgives you for what you've been doing, I most certainly will not. You're just a spoiled brat who thinks they can do whatever they want. Are you stuck in the 19th century or something? Your ideals are so old-fashioned and outdated, Rose, and no, I'm not a spoiled brat either. I haven't been lying at all, so I don't know where you're getting this information from about me going out and partying. Look, I'm about to start my shift, and I'm going to be busy. I'll have no time to reply to you until I'm done with work. Please understand that I don't play around at all. I'm a hard worker that's trying to do my best for my family. Stop with these accusations, please. That's all I ask of you. But not only do you go out every night, you don't come back until really early in the morning. I just don't get what you're up to, Michelle. You know, Reese made a really big mistake choosing you as his wife. He obviously had no idea that you'd turn out like this and go behind his back in everything. Please don't make me say it again. How many times must I repeat myself? I work nights, so all I do is leave the house. I don't go into town and drink or anything like that. If you think I'm telling lies, Rose, why don't you go and ask Reese about this? Maybe he can actually kick some sense into you since you're not listening to me. But that's how I found out what you're doing in the first place. I went to Reese asking what was up with you. You're out at nighttime because you're trying to hook up with other men. You're using the family's money to go out and party because you don't have your own, and that's disgusting behavior. I gave you that money because I was feeling bad for you. I gave you the money from my own savings account. What kind of wife are you? I didn't think you intended on using up all the money, right? But seriously, why would you do this to me? Whoa. Hang on a minute. What did you just say? Is that what Reese told you was going on? You do realize that's a huge and utter lie. Don't believe it. Are you telling me that I should trust my witch of a daughter-in-law over my flesh and blood? You're telling me not to believe my own son? Are you stupid or something? Huh, I can't believe you just said that. There's no way I'd believe anything you say to me. Stop making such stupid requests to me. I'm laughing so much that my stomach hurts. Please stop. That's enough, Rose. Fine. I guess I'll have to talk to Reese to figure out what he meant by all of that. We need to put everything on the table now. What if I want to do what I want? I don't really care anymore about knowing what he said and didn't say. All I want is for you to stop going out at night immediately. Also, I want my money back, so give it to me. If I don't get my money back, you're going to regret entering this family. You'll never see the light of day. That's it. I'm ending this conversation, but I don't want to hear any more of this crap. I'm going to go and talk to Reese about this. Don't bother me. You know, Reese, I have had enough with your mother thinking that I'm lying to her. What do you intend to do about it, huh?
Ugh, what do you want, Michelle? I'm kinda busy right now. I'm in the middle of work, and your message hasn't come at the best time.
You being in the middle of work, Reese, is you working at a bar. Now, come on. I'm trying to discuss some really important things with you.
I can't change the fact that I'm in the middle of work. It's a busy time at night. Now, if this isn't urgent, I need to get back to it. Otherwise, I'll be pulled up for having my phone out.
Well, this is urgent, Reese. Why don't you take me seriously? Look, I wanted to ask why you lied to your mother about what I'm doing. Why would you do that?
Wait, what? What are you talking about? Michelle, what lies are you referring to exactly? I talk to my mother a lot, you know? I lose track of what I say.
You lied to your mother about me going out and partying or something really late into the night and not coming home until the early morning. Why would you say something like that to her when you know for a fact that I don't do any of those sort of things? When do I even have the time to go out and go to clubs and get drunk, Reese? Hardly ever. So why did you lie to her that I do?
Oh, okay. I suppose I did say it like that now that I think about it. I can't help that now. It's a bit late to be arguing with me about it. I just needed to do that because I didn't have the money to spend on things I need. I just wanted more money. I've got no other reasons why I lied.
What? What the heck would you need a reason for? You made it all up in the first place, so why would you need a reason for your lies? Even though you have a low income, you still walk around like you own the place and that you have a lot of cash to spend, when in fact you don't at all. I know that you may or may not return the money someday, but if you need to borrow some money, just ask. It's okay. You can be honest about it.
There's no way that you can just say, just lend some money to me. Are you trying to make me look desperate or something? I shouldn't be asking a woman for money. You just don't understand what I'm going through right now, Michelle. Don't you realize how embarrassing it is to say the things I did to my mother?
If you think it's embarrassing to tell your mother about your money situation, why don't you try and change the situation you're in then? Don't lie to me and then falsely accuse me of things I haven't even done. Shouldn't you just face this yourself and be honest? Lying gets you nowhere in life.
Oh, would you just shut up, Michelle? You're literally driving me crazy. I'm so sick of you badgering me. Can't you just leave me in peace?
Excuse me? What did you just say to me? Did you just tell me to shut up? What has gotten into you these days? I am trying to sort this mess out and you're making it difficult.
Even though you're younger than me, you act like an old hag and want to keep me on the straight and narrow. What's wrong with a little white lie, Michelle? When I see you standing in front of me sometimes, I can see how much you've aged in the time we've been married. You look so wrinkly, it's gross. You're completely different than the other girls that surround me. They're so much younger and prettier than you.
Yeah, but don't you see that the other people, including the girls that you work with, are basically university students with part-time jobs? Of course I'm totally different than them, but it doesn't give you the right to come at me about my looks. You're being so horrible right now, Reese.
Hey, you better watch your mouth. Don't you dare say things like that to me. I'm not going to forgive you for speaking in such a smart aleck manner.
I suppose they don't have to live with a trashy husband that disses his wife and has to live with his parents like I do. It's frustrating to deal with. Whatever you say, Reese. Look, I don't want to make things any more complicated than they already are. Just stop telling weird lies to your mother about me, all right? I don't need all this hassle from her anymore. It's getting beyond a joke. Do you understand what I'm saying? Are you even listening to me, Reese? Hey! Are you going to reply to me or not? Ugh, stop wasting my time. I can't get over the fact that you're going almost every night a week. It's absolutely ridiculous. Since things didn't get any better, I decided to file a divorce for you both. Huh? You did what? What is with you making all of these hasty decisions? Since when did you have the right to do that to us? Also, you always message me at night, and it's really annoying because I'm in the middle of work, and I thought I told you about my job. Well, I'm tired of you lying about your job and lying about doing night shifts. I know you're just going out to party and get drunk all the time. It's stressful dealing with people like you. It makes my blood pressure rise, and that's not good for me at my age. Look, I don't have the time to discuss this matter with you right now. I'm in the middle of my night shift, and I need to focus on my work. You really think that you can just lie to me whenever you want, Michelle? I suppose I've got no choice but to let you do as you please. I guess that's a good thing, because I've already filed the divorce papers without asking for your permission. Wait, what? Why on earth would you do that without talking to me first? Have you completely lost your mind, Rose? I'm telling you that I filed the paperwork, and now all you need to do is pack up your things and leave the house. Please do that sooner rather than later. Just rewind and freeze. Hold on a second, all right? So, you've already filed the papers at the courthouse, and you thought it would be funny to not tell me? Hey, you're the one who already wrote down what you wanted in case anything like this happened. I'm really glad that you're going through with this. Now I can kick you out and not lose all of my dignity. All you are is a woman who likes to mess around with other men. Now I can finally make you disappear. Wow. I really can't believe any of this. You really did file the divorce papers at the courthouse. I never imagined you'd go that far into kicking me out of your life. So, while you're telling me all the things you've done, does Reese know what's going on? Does he know about the divorce you filed? No, Reese doesn't know what's going on, but I think I've made it pretty obvious that I didn't like you, and I'm sure my son doesn't like you anymore either. I think he'll be very happy about the decisions that have been made today, since he said he's always wanted a divorce from you. You just did what you wanted to do, which was to see those files submitted to the courthouse. You haven't even talked to Reese yet. How do you know that's actually what he wants? He hasn't confirmed anything with me, but you think this explanation is going to be enough for me to leave? Well, that's why I'm taking matters into my own hands now. So for goodness sake, just leave my house and leave my son alone. I want you to just disappear quickly so that I don't have to bother with any of this nonsense. Don't come back all mad. This kind of request you're making is basically impossible. How can I not be mad at what you've done to my marriage? But to be honest, I can't deal with your crap any longer, Rose. When I get back tomorrow morning, I'll pack my things and leave. Are you happy now? Is this what you want to happen to me? Leave me homeless and have my things piled up on the street? I don't want you coming inside this house. You could steal something and I wouldn't even realize. I'm going to throw your stuff outside on the lawn. It's dirty out there, so if I were you, I'd come and quickly pick it up so that none of your things get ruined. Don't come anywhere near the front door. Wait, what? You're going to throw it all outside? Why must you go that far, Rose, huh? I've never done anything remotely bad to you to deserve this. Didn't I just say to you that I can pick up my things tomorrow morning? Is that not good enough? I don't want you coming into the house because it makes me so angry to have you in my presence. I can't stand the faces you make at me. Really? I make you angry? Are you kidding? You're the one... Wait, you know what? Fine. I've got no energy to start a fight right now. Fine, just do what you must then. All you are is a scumbag wife that disobeys her husband and his family by going out late at night and not coming home until the early morning. You're old enough to know better than to do this sort of thing to my son. All you are is a piece of trash that parties and makes things worse. I've filed the divorce papers now, so that means you're not allowed to come into this house ever again. I mean it. Don't even try. Wow, I really can't believe you've done all these things. It must be such a huge accomplishment for you. I guess I should say, yay for you. Well done, Rose. Don't patronize me, you little toad. I don't want to ever see your face around here ever again. You've ruined my son's life, and now I've ruined yours. You know what? I'm not going to bother with the luggage. In fact, I'm happy because of this development in our relationship. Don't worry, I'll leave the house with a huge smile on my face. I'll leave the luggage behind and I'll go and collect only the important things. Well, you've mastered your plan so well, Rose. I pray that we'll never meet again after tomorrow. You've got some nerve being a smart aleck towards me. You've always been such a scumbag daughter-in-law. I can now throw you out on the curb. Whatever you say, Rose. Goodbye, you wrinkled old hag. Have a nice life. I hope that you'll age well, but we all know you won't. What the heck did you just call me, you stupid little woman? How dare you speak like that to me? You should be ashamed of how you've treated me. Not one bit, Rose. Besides, you've been putting me down from the start. If you'll excuse me, I've got to get back to work. I hope you've enjoyed this little conversation. Why on earth are you calling me, Rose? I thought you didn't ever want to see or hear from me again. What do you want now? Don't you know how to answer your stupid phone? Pick up the phone right now. We need to have a little chat and you're avoiding me. I've been trying to get in touch with you since yesterday, but you keep ignoring my messages and calls. Why won't you answer your phone? Why should I have to answer my phone to a woman who has been trying to sabotage me? I'm at work right now, so would you stop being such a nuisance for once in your life? I've got every right to get in touch with you since I'm trying to get rid of you once and for all. Look, I'm in a bit of a hurry, so why aren't you answering your phone? Well, I don't want to pick up the phone when I see your name pop up on my screen. Also, how am I supposed to know about your little panic? I don't care, Rose. If you've got something to say to me right now, just message it through to me so I don't have to bother hearing your voice screaming at me from the other end. Fine. What are we supposed to do about this loan? I've got no idea where it came from. What's going on here, Michelle? Huh? What on earth are you babbling on about, Rose? You need to be more specific, otherwise I can't help you with what you're panicking about. You know, just after you left the house, the living expenses started to disappear. Could it be that you're stealing money from the household budget? If you are, you need to give it back to me right away. I'm not having any of this crap pulled on me. It's my money and I want it right now. Are you seriously accusing me of theft right now? I didn't steal any of your money, Rose. It's been more than a month since I've left that house. How could I possibly have stolen any money from you if I haven't been anywhere near the house? Then why aren't my household finances up to scratch? Up until now, I should have had enough money to cover the expenses with the family's money. I can't pay for the loan, and the bank said that the debt collectors will come if I can't pay for it. Is this not making you feel bad right now? Why would I feel bad? Also, did you not realize that it stopped when I left because I was the one paying for it for about a year? Wait, what? What are you talking about? What do you mean the payments stopped when you left? You're confusing me so much right now. You really thought that everything was covered by the family account because I had been putting money into the account to pay for things. I actually stopped doing that this month since you kicked me out, and basically I wasn't part of the family anymore. Don't you understand that this is the reason why you can't pay for the expenses or anything like that? I was the only one contributing. I don't think you should be going out of your way to ask me to pay back anything when I was being more responsible than anyone in the house. What on earth was all that about? What do you mean you were the only one contributing to the house? Why are you the one paying for things when you don't even have a job? I definitely know that it's been Reese who's been paying for these mortgage payments and expenses. It's obviously his income going towards it. Okay, if you think that, why don't you just ask him to pay for the loans? I'm sure he'll be more than happy to help out, but that's if he can pay for it, that is. Okay, he just turned around and told me that he can't afford to pay off the loans we have. What the heck is going on around here? I thought that he was the one that was paying for the loan up until the bank requested the payments. Michelle, you need to be straight with me. Explain to me what's going on. I've got hardly anything to explain to you. I think understanding the truth is a pretty simple thing to do, Rose. There's no way Reese can pay the loans off, right? He's such an incompetent person and has never been good with money until he met me. He only earns about $2,000 a month for his job. Excuse me? How could it be that he's only earning $2,000 a month? What is with these accusations, Michelle? Stop messing around. Hey, I'm just telling you the truth, Rose. Reese hardly works at all, so that's why he earns so little. He's working at a bar that he normally eats and drinks at. The maximum salary that he makes for his job and puts it into the family account is about $2,000 a month. It doesn't go very far. A bar? He's been working at a bar? Since when did this happen? Is that really all the work he's doing? Yes, and he's been only working there in the evenings. You know that ordinary office workers don't typically go to work in the evenings, right? I'm surprised you didn't notice what he was doing until now. You really don't take much notice of what we do you? So my son has basically been out at nighttime because he's working at a bar that really only has customers in the evenings? Yes, he does night shifts at the bar, so he's there until like 11 or 12 at night. But I've had to work day and night to be able to pay for important things. There's just no need to compare what we do, but you can't deny that I've worked hard and I did the best that I could do. I've been supporting such an annoying man and his troublesome parents for too long. Even if you were grateful, do you think I'd still give you money? Please, just hang on a minute there, Michelle. I'm really not understanding this at all. I'm just in shock, you know. Reese only earns $2,000 a month? But he's in his 30s. He should have a better job by now. Is it even possible to live on $2,000 a month these days? Why don't you ask your son all of these questions instead of me? If you're not going to believe me, please just ask the person in question. In fact, I'm really just a stranger to this family, and that's how I feel about all of you too. Isn't it pointless to contact me? So, has this really been what you've been doing up until now? You've been paying for all of our living expenses? Yes, that's right. But you were the one who never believed what I said, and it's all because of your lousy son who refused to work more than he does now. Not only do I work during the day, but I work as a traffic director at night as well. I was making enough money that I could save it all by myself. You know, I feel like most of the time you were all exploiting me anyways. Wait, what did you say? You're a traffic director as well? At night? So, you were never going out drinking or clubbing? Oh, nothing like that? How many times do I have to tell you that I never did anything like that? You were so persistent to make me feel guilty and prove that you were right. And that you never realized that you'd been deceived by your idiot son. He never told you what he did for work, Rose? It's too late to even be talking about what happened. Well, thanks to you, Rose, I'm getting a divorce and I'm free to do whatever I like. It's great to be able to say goodbye to the scumbag of a husband. He was so useless and never helped with anything. Until now, I'd only believed what Reese was telling me. I really thought that you were lying to cover up what you were doing, but you were just helping out. It's about time you realized what your son is truly like. You brought him up, so you should know what he's like. Do you understand how he grew up now? This is the kind of person he is, Rose. You never wanted to believe that he was lazy and lousy, but it's true. He's so useless at providing for anyone but himself. Well, now that you know the truth, I guess I can leave it to you to solve the rest of your problems. I'll say it again, this has nothing to do with me anymore. What do you mean it has nothing to do with you? Of course you're involved in this mess. What am I supposed to do about this loan? I can't pay for it on my own. I just thought that Reese was covering the expenses, so I had no idea that it was really you who was paying off the mortgage. Please help. What should I do? Why should I help you, you old hag? You're the one that pushed me out, so why should I help with your financial turmoil? Excuse me, how dare you talk to me like this? You can't do this to us. Just come back to the house. We can reverse the divorce papers. I'm sure my son will take you back. I'm not doing anything to help you or your lousy son. You treated me so badly, and I don't intend to go back to the way things were. Okay, all right, I'm sorry. Just please help us. We can't be kicked out onto the street. We wouldn't survive. Please, we need you to help us. I'm begging you. No, I don't want anything to do with you or your family anymore. I'm free to do whatever I like now. I'm cutting you off. You dug your own grave, so lie in it. Good luck with everything. You're going to need it. Tell Reese to go out and get a better job. In the end, Rose continued to ask Michelle for help with the mortgage repayments. Michelle ignored her requests and she fell into a fit of despair. Michelle finally cut ties with Reese and the rest of his family. By doing that, she was able to live a much richer life. She felt mentally and physically free from their grasp. Meanwhile, Rose's family began to live in fear of their debt. It's a result of her own doing, so there's really nothing that could have been done to help them. Apparently, the entire family now works at a factory from morning to night. Let's hope they pay off their debts.
There's something I'd like to discuss with you regarding the new house you built for us.
Oh? What's this all about so suddenly?
Well, you see, it turns out that only my husband, mother-in-law, and I will be living in that house.
Wait, what are you talking about?
So my husband and I have decided that you won't be living there. You need to find another place to live.
Wait, what? That house was built with my money. Why on earth can't I live there?
It's your mother's wishes.
My mother's wishes? What are you talking about?
You know the house was built to accommodate your mother's wheelchair, right?
Yes, that's right.
Well, your mother has made it clear that she doesn't want to live with you. She said she absolutely doesn't want you to be the one taking care of her.
She said that?
It seems like you two haven't been on the best of terms for a while now.
I mean, our personalities have clashed since I was young, but...
Well, apparently your mother has been tolerating it for a long time. But now, as she approaches her later years, she just wants to live peacefully and freely. So she's decided that she doesn't want to live with you anymore. Imagine being disliked that much by your own mother.
Wait, my mother said that? She told you this?
Yes, she did. You could ask her directly if you'd like.
I think I'll pass. I have a feeling I know what she'd say.
Great! So it's decided that my husband, mother-in-law, and I will be living in the new house. But I paid for that house with my money. I have every right to live there too. Didn't you use your father's inheritance to build that house? So technically, it belongs to the family, and my husband and I, as the real family, will live there. There's no problem with that. Besides, your father's probably happy in the afterlife now that the one he disliked is no longer in the house.
My father wouldn't have... He wouldn't say that. What does my brother say about all of this?
Oh, he's thrilled. After all, who on earth would want to live with someone like you? It's no wonder you're still single at 30.
That's not true, is it?
Absolutely. So you better start looking for a new place soon, don't you think? We've given you a month's notice, which is more than fair, right?
Yeah, I guess I can find another house.
Good. Also, from now on, please don't come near our new home. I wouldn't want you ruining our happy family life, my loving husband, mother-in-law, and I. We deserve some peace.
I see.
Oh, I can't wait to start our new life in that beautiful new house.
Beth, did you go have a look at the new house?
No, not yet. I visited a few times while it was still under construction, but it's not quite finished.
Wow, I'm still shocked that you're really building a house.
Really? Why so surprised?
Well, I mean, you built it for Mom, right?
Yeah, so?
Come on, you and Mom haven't exactly been best friends. You two have had a rocky relationship for as long as I can remember.
That's true, but I promised Dad. It was one of the last things he asked me to do before he passed away. He made me swear I'd take care of Mom.
Dad really put that on you? Even though he knew how hard things were between you and her?
He did, yeah. I think he just didn't want her to be left alone. He asked me to make sure she was comfortable, especially since she's in a wheelchair now.
I don't know how you do it. I mean, I know you love Dad, but caring for Mom all these years, and now you're building a house just for her? That's a huge responsibility.
I know it seems like a lot, but Dad was everything to me. If this was what he needed for peace of mind, I'm happy to do it.
You even took a job where you could work from home so you could be around for her. That's a lot to take on. You don't think you deserve a break?
I've thought about it, but being here for her is something I'm okay with. I knew it would make caregiving easier.
I still feel bad about it, though. I should have done more. You've been carrying this all by yourself.
Don't feel guilty. You've had your own life to take care of. And now, with your job and marriage, you have new responsibilities. I never expected you to carry this burden.
But that's just it. I should have stepped up. I just feel like I've let you down all these years.
You haven't let me down at all. Really, I don't mind. Besides, we're family. We help each other out.
I'm just saying, now that I've got things more settled with my life, I want to make sure I start giving back to you. You've sacrificed so much.
That's sweet of you to say, but don't worry, I'll be fine.
I know, but still, it feels strange thinking about living together again. I haven't lived with you since high school, and that was, almost 10 years ago?
It does feel strange, doesn't it? A decade is a long time.
Yeah, it is. But it'll be nice, right? All of us under one roof again, just like old times.
Actually, that's what I wanted to talk to you about.
What do you mean?
Well, I've been looking at apartments.
Wait, what? Why? Isn't the new house for you, Mom, and me?
Yeah, but it looks like I won't be moving in with you all.
What are you talking about? You built that house. It's yours. Why wouldn't you move in?
Maddie suggested it might be better if I found my own place.
My wife, Maddie, said that? Why?
It's complicated. She feels that it might just be better if just you, her, and Mom lived there.
That doesn't make any sense. You built the house for Mom. You're supposed to live there too.
Yeah, that's what I thought at first, but Maddie brought up some things that made me reconsider.
What things? What did she say?
Well, she pointed out that maybe Mom would be happier living with just you two, that maybe my presence would complicate things.
Complicate things? How? You've been taking care of Mom for years.
I know, but Maddie thinks Mom might be more comfortable without me around. I guess it's more about giving Mom space. She doesn't want her feeling crowded.
That sounds like Maddie's trying to push you out of the picture. Are you sure that's what Mom wants?
Honestly, I don't know. I haven't talked to Mom about it yet, but I trust Maddie wouldn't suggest something like this if she didn't think it was for the best.
I don't know, Beth. Something feels off. You've done so much for Mom. You're the one who's been here for her day in and day out.
I'm not upset. If it's better for Mom, then I'm willing to step back. I've always wanted what's best for her.
So, what happens now? You're really gonna move out?
I think so. I'll find a place nearby so that I can still visit often and help when needed. I won't be far.
Are you sure about this?
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. Maybe it's time for me to have a little space too.
I guess, but it still feels weird.
It does, but sometimes change is necessary. We'll figure it out. And don't worry, I'll still be around if you or Mom need anything. Beth, could you leave the key to the new house in the mailbox? I'll pick it up on moving day. Hey, are you really sure I can't live there with you all? I spent so much money building that house, and now I don't have any money left for a move. No, sister-in-law, we've already been over this. We agreed, didn't we? You're moving out. Actually, I don't recall making such a promise. Oh, stop it already. For once in your life, try considering how your parents must have felt. My parents' feelings? What do you mean? Can you imagine how much it must have pained them to raise a daughter they didn't even like? This is your one and only chance to do something for them. The least you can do is accept our request without causing a scene. I see. Well, I've already done a lot. I built the house, cared for Mom, and tried my best to be a responsible family member. Even though Mom and I never got along, I always considered her family. It looks like that was all just in your head. But I accepted you too, you know. As my brother's wife, I thought of you as part of the family. I welcomed you as someone important to him. Why are you treating me like this? You're supposed to be close to Mom, right? Can't you at least try to convince her to let me stay? Are you serious? Of course not. Why would I do something like that? My share would get smaller. Wait, your share? What are you talking about? I'm talking about the inheritance, of course, and my husband's earnings. What does that have to do with anything? I'm saying that I don't want to share any of that money with you. It's all mine. But the inheritance was already divided between me and my brother. I'm not going after your husband's money. Oh, please. You and your little remote job, you're not making enough to even get by. I'm not risking anything when it comes to my husband's income and our future. That's ridiculous. The inheritance was settled a long time ago, and I don't care about his earnings. Yeah, right. Like I'd believe that. You work from home, and let's face it, that's hardly a real income. All the wealth and earnings belong to me. The only reason I even married your brother was because he was an elite with a fat paycheck. I see. So that's all this was to you? Just money? Of course. What else is there? I've heard enough. Now, I understand what this is all about. So, now that the house is finally finished, my mother-in-law and I will head over there ahead of everyone else. Oh, really? Well, how thoughtful of you to go out of your way like that. I truly appreciate everything you've done for us. You went so far as to build this house just for us. Now we'll never have to worry about finding a place to live for the rest of our lives. Isn't my brother going with you guys? Oh, he said he had some other errands to run, so he left this morning. For now, it's just the two of us heading over to the new house. I see. But honestly, isn't it quite pitiful? Pitiful? What do you mean? I mean, you went to the extent of building an entire house only to end up handing it over to us. If you don't think that's pitiful, then what would you call it? Well, laugh as much as you want. Have you already found a new place for yourself? There's no need for me to discuss that with you. True, but just so you know, mother-in-law mentioned that she's completely severed ties with you. I expected nothing less from her. Well then, I hope you get along well with her. Yes, and do make sure to leave the family home as soon as possible. Hey, what's going on over here? Oh, I see you're contacting me again, despite our arrangement to sever ties. Of course I'm reaching out. Where is the key? I need it to get into the house. The key? What key are you referring to? The key to your house you bought for your mom. I specifically asked you to leave it in the mailbox so that I could pick it up on moving day. Oh, right. I remember you mentioned that. I thought you were joking, so I didn't take it seriously. What? Are you out of your mind? No, I'm completely sane. How can you be so nonchalant about this? Well, the house was purchased by me, so why should I be the one not living there while you and your family are moving in? It just doesn't make sense. I understand that my mother doesn't want to live with me, but why should I be forced out of a house that I paid for with my own money? From a logical standpoint, that really doesn't make any sense, does it? I thought you would at least make arrangements to find yourselves a new apartment. I can't believe you actually plan to live in my house. How could you be so audacious? So, what now? Are we supposed to end up with no place to live? It looks like that might happen if you don't do something about it right away. In that case, you need to start searching for a new place immediately. Would you like me to introduce you to a real estate agent I know? Don't joke around. It's unbelievable that you're pulling this kind of spiteful stunt. Spiteful? You're the one who has been causing all sorts of trouble. What you've done to me is much more spiteful than anything else. What are you talking about? You made me go through the trouble of building the house and then told me to leave. That's not something a decent person would do. But you have to understand, mother-in-law was genuinely looking forward to living in that house. And this is how you repay her? Isn't that just pathetic? I don't care. I have already cut ties with her. She is no longer considered my mother. How can you be so heartless? Heartless? How so? I had to endure daily criticism from her. Despite everything, I cared for her because it was Dad's dying wish. I dedicated my personal time, my shopping, and everything to taking care of her. And now, after building the house, I'm being treated like I'm no longer needed. You're not going to set foot in that house, so find somewhere else to live. So that was your plan all along, wasn't it? Let me make it clear, it wasn't just me who was supposed to live in that house. My husband was also supposed to be part of that plan. I was aware of that. I wonder how he'll react when he finds out. He was so enthusiastic about moving into the house. Just so you know, my husband was still on your side, but after this, he might end up distancing himself from you as well. If my brother decides that, then I have no right to argue. I'm going to contact him right now. And then you'll be left all alone, but don't blame me. That was your own doing. Well, hurry up and contact him. All right, I'll do it even without being told. I've got a lot to sort out with him on this anyway. Mitch, we've got a problem.
Maddie, what's happened?
I can't get into the house that Beth bought. It's locked, and she's refusing to give us the key.
What? How did this happen? Is there some sort of trouble?
It's not a mistake. It's deliberate. Beth is trying to force me and your mother out.
Beth is doing that? But why? I thought she was committed to helping out.
Well, apparently she's changed her mind. She claims that your mother and I are a nuisance and doesn't want us around.
But you and my mom haven't always seen eye to eye with her. Still, I didn't think she'd go this far. Are you sure this is happening?
Absolutely. She built the house for your mother and promised it would be our new home. But now that we've completed all the moving preparations, she's saying we can't enter the house. It's like she's deliberately trying to make our lives difficult.
This sounds like outright harassment.
Doesn't it? I am so frustrated. It's like she's forgotten all the promises she made. This isn't just about moving. It's about her being cruel and unjust.
You really believe this is her trying to harass you, though?
Yes, I do. Why else would she do this if not to cause trouble? It's her way of getting back at us.
Well, let me be clear. The root of this situation isn't just my sister's actions. It all stems from the relationship you and my mom have had with her.
What are you talking about, Mitch? Are you saying this is our fault?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Do you think I'm unaware of what's been going on? This situation didn't just come out of nowhere.
I see. So Beth must have been feeding you lies about us. That's why you're blaming us.
That's not it at all. This situation is more complicated than you're making it out to be. Why else would my sister choose not to live in the house she bought?
Well, she didn't share the details, and neither did you or your mother. I thought it was something you were all aware of.
You should have questioned the situation more thoroughly. The person who built the house wasn't planning to live there, and you didn't think that was strange?
I didn't question it because I'm not familiar with these family dynamics.
If you had any common sense, you would have seen that forcing your sister-in-law out was wrong.
But it was your mother who was the one being unreasonable.
And yet you sided with her instead of trying to find a solution. You also reported it as if my sister was at fault. I'm disappointed in both you and my mom for how you've handled this.
Wait a minute. Let's not jump to conclusions.
Think about how much effort my sister put into supporting my mom. She went through a lot to build the house. It was a huge financial burden, and she took on a massive mortgage just for my mom's sake.
But wasn't the home purchased with your father's inheritance?
No, Beth didn't use any inheritance money for this. She loved our dad deeply and wanted to preserve his legacy. She earned the money herself and used it to buy the house. And yet you and my mom are trying to push her out of the house she worked so hard to secure. I will not forgive this. Don't contact me again about this.
Mitch, wait. Mitch, please answer me.
I'm done discussing this. Your actions have consequences, and I'm not willing to tolerate them anymore.
Please, Mitch, listen to me. We're in a difficult situation and I need your help.
You should have thought about the repercussions before making these decisions. I'm not going to support or condone any more of this behavior.
What am I supposed to do now? We are out of options and I don't know where to turn.
I'm sorry, but this is the path you've chosen. It's time to face the reality of the situation.
So you're just going to leave us to deal with this all on our own?
You need to take responsibility for the choices you've made. It's not fair to expect others to clean up your mess.
Fine, I understand. But please, don't turn your back on us entirely.
I'm not turning my back, but I can't support actions that I believe are unjust. It's up to you to find a solution.
I'll figure something out, but I want you to come back to me soon, okay?
Good luck. I hope you figure some way out of the problem you created for my mom and you. But don't expect me to be coming back to you both anytime soon.
Wait, but Mitch...
Goodbye, Maddie.
You really went and told my husband about all this, didn't you? Told him? What are you talking about? Because of you, I can't get in touch with him anymore. Oh, that. Well, I did mention to him that there might be problems with moving into the new house. He asked for details and I gave them, but it wasn't snitching. I just answered his questions. So what you're saying is we can't actually move into the new house? Given that you and my mom tried to push me out, it's not surprising that you won't be able to live there. Well, it's not the end of the world. I'm not too worried about not being able to move into that house. Oh, really? You don't mind? Yes, really. I was thinking of moving into the new house because you said you built it, but if you don't want us there, fine. I still have my apartment with my husband, so we'll just live there with your mother. Oh, that's actually a good alternative. It's great that you've thought of something. But isn't your husband quite upset about all this? He's definitely not happy, but he won't just abandon his mother. He's not the kind of person who would leave her in a lurch like that. So if we end up living together, this argument should blow over soon enough. That might be the case. And you'll just be all alone in the new house. Whether I'll be alone or not is uncertain, but I'm pretty sure you won't have a home to go back to. What do you mean? My brother told me he's already started the process to end the lease on that apartment. He's ending the lease? Yes, as soon as I updated him about the situation, he took immediate steps to cancel it. But he said the lease termination was still some time away. It seems that once he received my report, he acted swiftly to terminate the lease. Why would he do that? He saw firsthand how much effort I put into caring for our mom, and he was frustrated that you and her had ignored that. He decided it was necessary to act quickly. So, what about my husband? He's found another place to live, and he's made it clear that he won't be sharing that information with you or our mom. This is unbelievable! So, you and my mom will need to find a new place. Finding a new place shouldn't be too difficult. Oh, you're quite confident about that. Of course, we have the money to find a new home. It's not an issue. Money? But aren't you and my mom both out of work? We have resources. There's still the inheritance from your father. Oh, really? Oh, you seem to be quite uninformed then. What are you talking about? My mom has already blown through that inheritance on some dubious investments. What? That's impossible! It's very possible. If you don't believe me, ask her yourself. She poured all the money into risky ventures and lost it all. I had no idea about this. I'm not surprised. Knowing my mom, she wouldn't openly discuss her financial mishaps with anyone. That old hag! Please don't speak about my mom that way. So you're just leaving her behind now? I've done everything I could for my mom. I put up with her constant criticism for my dad's sake, but now that she's rejected me, I'm under no obligation to continue. My mom chose you, and I'm stepping aside for her happiness. I will leave it to you to care for my mom now. So, you're really abandoning her? I'm not abandoning her. I'm simply no longer responsible for her well-being. You and my mom will need to figure things out on your own. I can't believe how selfish you're being. Selfish? I'm just setting boundaries. I've given more than enough, and now it's time for me to focus on my own life. And what if things don't go as planned? What if you end up needing support? I'll handle that if it happens. Right now, I'm focusing on making a fresh start and moving forward with my life. You really think everyone will be fine just like that? I believe so. I've made the necessary arrangements to ensure my future is secure. And what about us? Where does that leave us? It leaves you and Mom with the task of finding a new place to live. I hope you're prepared for that challenge. You've made things incredibly difficult for us, though. I'm sorry you feel that way, but I'm not responsible for your situation after what you both did to me. I'm just trying to move forward. You know, this could have been handled differently. You didn't have to make things so harsh. I did what I thought was necessary. Sometimes harsh decisions are needed to move on from a difficult situation. But where is the compassion in that? We're all still family, after all. Family doesn't mean we have to live together under every circumstance. We all have to do what's best for ourselves. And I don't remember either of you ever treating me like I was part of the family. I know. But what if you end up regretting this decision? I doubt I will. I'm confident that this is the best choice for me right now. And if things fall apart? I'll face that when it comes. For now, I'm focusing on the positive aspects of my new beginning. You really are heartless, you know. Heartless? I'm just trying to prioritize my own well-being. I've done a lot for my mom, and now it's time for me to focus on myself. And what about the future? What if you need support from us? I don't anticipate needing support. I've planned ahead and made sure that I'm prepared for any eventualities. Well, I hope you're right. Not like either one of you ever supported me in the first place anyway. Now, I've got a bunch of other things going on. Please let my mom know that I'm not going to forgive either one of you after what you've done and will no longer be coming back. Goodbye. Wait, Beth! I can't wait to start my new life in my new home. So, in the end, Maddie decided to divorce you and won't be living with Mom anymore, right?
Yes, it's true. I have indeed decided to leave Maddie and not stay with Mom. I had a feeling that Maddie would eventually abandon Mom. It seems like she was only interested in Dad's inheritance.
Exactly. Maddie's interest was always in Dad's estate. She treated Mom kindly all this time just to secure her position. It's clear now that she had ulterior motives.
It's so disheartening to see that my own wife would go to such lengths to get what she wants. But I suppose that's no surprise given what we've seen so far. Yes, it's disappointing, but now we need to think about what to do with Mom.
What's the plan for her?
As we discussed before, I'll be putting her into a care facility. The cost of that will be covered by me.
Are you sure you can handle it? With the divorce and everything, won't it be difficult?
Don't worry about that. I know I've asked you to take care of Mom for so long, so this is the least I can do. I want to make sure she's well taken care of, especially since Maddie is out of the picture.
I appreciate that, but what about you? Are you okay with everything? It sounds like you're going through a lot.
Don't worry about me. I've grown up a lot and I can handle things on my own now. I'm an adult and I've learned to take care of myself and make my own decisions.
I see. It's strange how quickly things have changed. I remember when you were younger and now you're handling everything so maturely. I'm proud of you.
Thanks, Beth. It hasn't been easy, but I've had to step up. Losing Maddie is tough, but I know it's for the best. It's time for a new chapter, both for me and for Mom, hopefully.
Absolutely. It's important to move forward. And as for me, I want to focus on my own happiness from now on. After everything that's happened, I think it's time for me to prioritize what I want.
That sounds like a good plan. You deserve to be happy. I hope you find what you're looking for and live a fulfilling life.
Thank you. I'll need to think about what truly makes me happy. I guess in a way, I've always focused so much on taking care of everyone else that I forgot to take care of myself.
It's understandable. Sometimes when you're busy taking care of others, you neglect your own needs. But now is the time for you to find joy and contentment in your own life.
Yes, it is, and it's comforting to know that you're taking charge of things. It's reassuring to see how responsible you've become.
Well, I've had to learn quickly. Life throws unexpected challenges at us, and we have to adapt. It's been a journey, but I'm getting there.
I can see that, and even though we've had our differences in the past, I want you to know that I support you. I'm here for you, and we're in this together.
Thanks, Beth. I feel the same way. Despite everything, we're family, and we need to support each other. I'm glad we're able to talk openly and share our thoughts.
Me too. It's been a difficult time, but talking things through helps. I hope that moving forward, we can both find peace and happiness.
I hope so too. It's important to find closure and move on from the past. We've been through a lot, but we can start anew and focus on creating a better future.
Yes, exactly. And with everything that's happened, I've learned to appreciate the little things more. Life's too short to dwell on the negatives.
That's a great outlook. We should cherish the good moments and make the most of what we have. It's the best way to honor the memories and move forward positively.
Absolutely. And with Mom hopefully going to a good place and us finding our own paths, I think we can finally start to rebuild and find our own happiness.
Yes, let's do that. We've been through so much, and now it's time for us to take control of our lives and create a future that we can be proud of.
Agreed. Here's to new beginnings and finding joy in the journey ahead. We've got this.
We do. And no matter what happens, we'll face it together. Thanks for being here and for understanding. It means a lot.
Anytime. I'm always here for you. Let's move forward with hope and determination.
Sounds like a plan. Let's embrace the future and make the most of every opportunity that comes our way.
After losing her place to live, Maddie initially tried to return to her parents' home, hoping to find refuge and a semblance of stability. However, the situation was far more complicated than she had anticipated. My brother had already informed her parents about everything that had transpired, including the contentious issues and family disputes. This disclosure ignited a furious reaction from her parents, who were outraged by Maddie's actions and decisions. Her parents' anger was palpable and intense, leaving Maddie with no choice but to seek alternative solutions. Her attempts to reconcile or find a way back to her family home were thwarted. The relationship with her parents was now irreparably damaged, and Maddie found herself isolated from her own family. The support she had hoped for was now completely out of reach. In the immediate aftermath of this family fallout, Maddie sought temporary refuge with friends. She stayed at their homes, hoping for some stability and a chance to regroup. However, this arrangement was short-lived. While it provided a temporary solution, it was clear that she could not remain a guest indefinitely. The instability of her situation soon forced her to look for a more permanent solution. After a challenging and stressful search, Maddie managed to secure a small, inexpensive apartment. This apartment, while modest and far from ideal, was a place she could call her own. It was a necessary step towards regaining some semblance of independence and control over her life. Despite the new apartment offering a roof over her head, Maddie's financial situation remained precarious. To support herself financially, Maddie took on a part-time job at a convenience store. However, this new job brought its own set of challenges. Adjusting to the fast-paced environments and the demands of the role proved difficult for her. She struggled with the tasks and often found herself overwhelmed by the expectations set by her manager and coworkers. The pressure and constant criticism took a toll on her, and the stress of trying to meet job requirements only compounded her difficulties. Her daily experiences at the convenience store were marked by frustration and dissatisfaction. Maddie's inability to cope with the demands of the job led to frequent absences. Her lack of commitment and the repeated failures to show up for work did not go unnoticed by her employer. The consequences of her actions were swift. She was eventually terminated from her position at the store. The loss of her job only exacerbated her financial struggles and deepened her sense of despair. With her job gone, Maddie's financial situation deteriorated further. She struggled to manage her expenses and soon found herself accumulating debt. The mounting pressure of debt collectors and unpaid bills created a constant state of anxiety and fear. Maddie's life had become a daily struggle to avoid confrontation with those seeking repayment and to find ways to make ends meet. In the midst of this turmoil, Maddie's life became a series of attempts to stay afloat. Her situation was increasingly dire, and the financial strain led her to borrow more money to cover her basic needs. The cycle of borrowing and accumulating debt created a spiral of stress and uncertainty. Each day was a battle to navigate the challenges of her new reality while trying to avoid further financial pitfalls. Meanwhile, my family's decision to place their mother into a care facility was carried out as planned. Despite the decision being made with the intention of providing her with care, my family never visited the facility. This absence left my mom in a state of loneliness and isolation, marking her remaining years with a sense of abandonment. The decision to place her in the facility was practical, but the emotional distance from her family compounded her suffering. Maddie's life was marked by a stark contrast to the reality of my mom's situation. The struggle for stability and the relentless pursuit of solutions highlighted the broader challenges faced by individuals in difficult circumstances. Her experience was a reflection of the emotional and practical difficulties that can arise from strained family relationships and financial instability. As Maddie continued to navigate the consequences of her decisions and the impact of those around her, it became evident that her path forward would be fraught with obstacles. The challenges she faced in securing stable employment and managing her finances illustrated the difficulties of rebranding life after significant setbacks. Her story became a testament to the resilience required to overcome adversity and the profound effects of family dynamics on individual lives. The cycle of hardship and isolation that Maddie experienced underscored the broader struggles faced by those who find themselves without support and resources. Her journey was marked by the continuous effort to cope with the fallout of past actions and to find a way to move forward amidst overwhelming challenges. The stark contrast between her struggles and my family's detachment revealed the emotional and practical complexities of navigating life's difficulties. In summary, Maddie's life was a series of challenging events and difficult adjustments. The loss of family support, combined with the burden of financial strain and job instability, created a daunting reality for her to live with forever.
It's gross that you're 10 years older than him. I don't need an old hag as a sister-in-law. Just drop off the gift money and leave.
That's a pretty rude thing to say. I'm his sister, you know.
I don't like how you act all high and mighty. This is my day.
It's my brother's wedding, too. And I'm just having fun.
This isn't the place to show off. Even Drake would be embarrassed by you. No one wants you here. So just leave.
What's wrong with you?
You're not even close to him. That says it all, doesn't it? Even you know this, right?
But he sent me the invite. So I have the right to be here.
The invite was just out of politeness. He's worked so hard to escape his poor childhood. He's become successful now. How do you think he feels seeing someone from his past here at our wedding? You're ruining everything.
Yeah, we were super poor when we lived together. And it's true, we don't talk much now. But he's always been my family. That won't change.
But he didn't expect his sister to show up here. It's a sad ending for someone you thought was important family.
But I'm here now. And that's that.
Oh, you're such a persistent old hag. Got it now? Next, I'll throw a beer bottle at you. If you don't want that, leave already.
Wow, throwing beer on someone's dress? You'll pay for that.
I'll replace that cheap dress any day. Now just go.
Thanks for being an ass. I'm leaving now.
And we're cutting ties with you.
Hey, where'd you go? I heard you came to the wedding today, but I guess I missed you?
I had to go.
Did I do something wrong?
Why would it be your fault? Why would you think that?
Well, you don't really like me, right? I mean, we haven't been so close lately. I figured, never mind. I was happy when I heard you came today, but also a bit worried.
I can't understand why you would think in such a way.
Because we've been distant. I wanted to see you. So many times I thought about stopping by, but I thought maybe you were tired of me.
Tired of you? No way. That's all in your head. You're my little brother.
But you spent most of your life taking care of me. When our parents died in that accident when you were only 17, you took care of me until I graduated college. I thought you might resent me for that.
Resent you? Never. No way. I want you to be happy. Sure, I spent my 20s raising you, but I still found time to have fun. I don't resent you at all.
I get that. But why were you avoiding me then?
I should be asking you that. Ever since you graduated and started working, you barely contacted me. I thought you were avoiding me.
I didn't contact you because I wanted you to focus on your own life. I just wanted you to live your life without worrying about me, that's all.
I see. I thought you were avoiding me, so I stopped reaching out.
Looks like we had a big misunderstanding. I even told Camilla that we weren't getting along. I need to explain the misunderstanding to her.
That explains why she was so hostile towards me.
Hostile? What do you mean? Oh, and what about the speech I asked you to prepare?
About that. I had it ready, but it looks like I won't be able to give it.
Won't be able to? Why not? And if you don't hate me, why did you leave the venue? I'm so confused.
Camila threw beer on me.
Wait, what? What happened?
Drake? What do you mean the engagement is off? And the wedding is canceled? This has to be a joke, right? You're joking in front of all the guests and family?
No, I'm serious. I can't marry you.
No way. Tell me why. I don't understand.
You know exactly why. Think about what you did today at the venue. You should remember it right away.
Are you talking about your sister?
Yeah, that's right. So you do know. I'm really disappointed in you.
Sure, I wasted a beer, but I planned to replace it. And I threw the empty bottle in the trash. I didn't do anything wrong.
What? I'm not talking about the beer.
Wait, are you mad because I threw beer on your sister?
Of course I am. What else could it be? I can't believe you're this crazy.
But you didn't get along with her. You said she was the one who kept her distance. So I just chased her off for you.
I never said we were on bad terms. I said we were distant and it felt awkward. I never told you to throw beer on her and kick her out.
I thought I was doing the right thing.
I can't marry someone who humiliates others like that. This wedding is off. Got it?
Wait, I really love you. Please reconsider.
Don't lie. How can you claim to love me and insult my sister? You knew she's like a mother to me, right?
I was trying to protect you. Your company is so successful now. I thought she came for that.
You think she came to suck up to me for money? She's my blood family. Why would she need to do that? You sound crazy.
It's not like that. I was only protecting you.
I have nothing more to say to you. Leave. You'll cover the cancellation costs too.
Wait. Please reconsider. Hey, Margaret. Help me fix this. He misunderstood and is calling off the wedding.
Misunderstood? What are you talking about?
I threw beer on you and kicked you out. But I did it for him. He doesn't get that.
Just because it's for him doesn't make it right. No wonder he's mad. You insulted his family.
This is all your fault for snitching to him. You keep being mean to me. Having fun?
Huh? You think I'm being mean to you?
Yes. You're ruining my happiness for fun.
You're a psychopath. How can you always see yourself as the victim? You created this mess. It's your fault. Understand?
No. It's your fault. I know you're sucking up to him because he's successful now.
What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. You're just after his company and money, right? I know you've been avoiding him and staying distant all this time.
I haven't been avoiding him. That was a misunderstanding.
You're only saying that now because he's successful. You're trying to act like family again. Pretending it was all just a misunderstanding.
That's just your misunderstanding. What's wrong with your thinking?
It's obvious. You dropped out of high school to raise him, and now you're old and bitter. You resent him for taking away your youth, right?
That's not true at all. I don't resent him. I told him this too. I managed to have fun while raising him. Maybe not as much as a typical young person, but still.
Anyway, you came to the wedding for his money. I'm not wrong. You're just a selfish person.
Stop trying to justify yourself. What you need to do is apologize to me.
Apologize to a high school dropout like you? No way! No matter the reason, it's a fact that you're way below me in status. I respect him, but not you.
You're really proud, huh? But you don't get it.
What? You're the one who doesn't get it. I'm just standing up to you. What's wrong with that?
You definitely started this. You just want to justify yourself.
I'm not wrong. Because of you, he misunderstood me and canceled the wedding. I'm not apologizing to you.
Fine. I have my own plans. Be ready.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean? You have no power.
The $50,000 dowry payment. Can you return it right now?
What?
You got it from him, right? Give it back now. You wouldn't want money from someone like me, would you?
Yeah, I got the dowry. But I thought it was from his family.
His family is just me now. So, can you return it quickly?
You can't just say that now. I didn't know. If he tells me, fine, but not from you.
He's the one telling you to return it.
What?
Of course. He's so mad at you that he canceled the wedding. I tried to convince him to let it go. But with your attitude, we're taking it back.
I can't return it just like that. I'm also being charged for the wedding cancellation.
That's your problem. You caused this mess. Please return the $50,000.
Wait! You can't just demand that out of nowhere.
Playing the victim again? You're crazy.
You're lying about him wanting the money back. You're just using your position as his sister to manipulate him. I'm the only one who really understands him.
I'm with him right now.
What?
He's right here watching the conversation. I came back to the venue a little while ago. I'm in the groom's room. So, I'm not lying.
Really? Yosuke's there too?
He saw all the nasty things you said to me. Your relationship is over.
No way.
Stop it! Stop calling me!
Please just hear me out. I really love you. Yes, I said terrible things to your sister, but it was out of love for you.
Are you seriously still making excuses? You're not sorry at all, are you?
Of course. I'm sorry. I'll do anything to make it up to you.
Then give my sister back the $50,000 dowry right now. You said you're sorry and you'd do anything to make it up.
Okay. I'll give it back. But I can't do it right away. I need to talk to my parents.
Fine, but I doubt they'll give you any money.
What do you mean?
Your parents came to apologize to us. They even bowed down and said they'd make sure you repay the dowry and wedding costs.
My parents said that? What am I gonna do?
Well, they're definitely not going to help you out.
This is so unfair.
Stop contacting me. Goodbye.
Drake! You still have feelings for me, right? You're not really going to leave me, are you?
What are you talking about?
If you didn't want me to keep contacting you, you could have blocked me. So you must still want to be with me.
I didn't block you because we need to discuss the divorce. We'll talk about it later.
No! I don't want a divorce. I really love you.
If you love me, do what I say. Pay back the dowry and wedding cancellation fees and leave me alone. You insulted my family and I'll never forgive you. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
No way. Hey Camila, you tried to quit again, didn't you? You just started working, and this is already what, the second time? I can't take it anymore. Why do I have to do this? Can't take it? You've only worked a few days. Shut up! I was supposed to marry him and never work again. You ruined everything. There it is, your true colors. You were just after his money. I hate this. I can't stand being stuck at home doing manual labor. What are you talking about? You need to work until you pay back the $50,000. Plus, there's the alimony. Who knows when I can pay all that? That's your problem. You blew through the dowry money so fast. Your parents didn't even know you got it. I can spend the money however I want. Asking for it back is so cheap. You promised to return it. Remember? I only said that because I thought he might reconsider the marriage. You're not sorry at all. A promise is a promise, so make sure to pay it back. I'm still young. I don't want to waste my time on this. Reminds me of raising him. But hey, you can still have fun in your 30s. Not that you'll be done paying by then. Hey, is it true that Camila took out a loan?
Yeah. She figured it was better to borrow a big sum and pay us off instead of working forever. Did she transfer the $50,000?
Yep, she did. But that's not a great choice. Loan sharks can be ruthless.
Whatever, it's her decision. By the way, I'm really sorry for everything.
Stop apologizing.
It's my fault for acting in a way that made her misunderstand.
We both thought the other hated us. Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna pay you back. Like big time, I promise.
Why so serious all of a sudden?
I've always wanted to repay you, but I thought you were avoiding me, so I kept putting it off.
You don't have to worry about that.
But I can't forgive myself.
Okay, then repay me. Let's see. I couldn't read my speech at the wedding, so get married again soon and let me give my speech then. Camila moved out and started living alone in a new city. But she borrowed from shady lenders and couldn't handle the pressure, so she ran away. Now she's living on the run, constantly trying to escape debt collectors. It must be a tough life. She's wasting her life because of her choices. It's sad. This whole ordeal helped my brother and me mend our relationship. We're close now. He's busy with work, and after everything, his next wedding might be a while. But as his sister and guardian, I just want him to be happy.
Yo, old lady Kelsey. When the hell are you going to leave my brother? You're old as a rock now and still haven't given him any kids. Do you understand that you're the one holding my brother back from being a real man? I don't like to see him hanging on to such spoiled trash, so please either give him some kids, which might be impossible for you, or get lost.
Heidi, again with all of this, I told you this before. The two of us are not going to get a divorce. And when it comes to having kids, the way you talk about it is rude. I'm very sure that if things like having kids or not were a big deal to him, he would have made that a lot clearer to me before we'd gotten married.
I feel so bad for my brother, though. He had to marry someone as defective as you. If he'd just gone with someone half his age, he would be better off and happy. But all he has now is a grandma that doesn't do anything besides work all day.
Hey, do you not realize how rude you're being to me? I know you've been against me for a while, but we're both adults here and should keep to ourselves if we don't want anything to do with the other rather than start something. And by the way, when it comes to having kids, the one who you should be having a problem with isn't me, but rather your older brother. We've told everyone in the family now that we are still going through infertility treatments, right?
Is that how you're going to pass off your problems? There's no way that my brother has problems making kids. It's always been the woman that has the issues, right? And I'm sure that this is all due to you being old and worn out now.
That is not the problem here, though. I get that you don't want to accept reality because you're so in love with your brother, but being this rude and aggressive towards me needs to end.
Huh? And don't say that kind of nasty stuff. What does me loving my brother have to do with you being a defect? I'm not having problems accepting reality either.
You're not? Because right now it seems like you've made a world of your own to escape the truth of this world.
I feel that you're getting the wrong idea here, so I'll tell you straight. Even though you're married to my brother, you'll always be an outsider. I never thought of you as my family, and I never will. So stop trying to act like you're so close to me when you aren't.
All right, I get that. But I am still married to your brother, and he and I are family and plan to grow it. So I'd rather you not talk bad about us and be nice.
Huh? Shut up. You're gross. Are you saying all of this because you're that old? I'm sorry, but you're never going to have a family with my brother.
You call me old and all that, but I'm still in my early 30s. I don't think this is the correct age for you to be calling me a grandma or anything close to that.
Well, I'm in my early 20s. And to me, a woman that's only just gotten married in her 30s is garbage, right? How the hell did you even get my brother to start liking you?
When he saw that I was working very hard in my career, he fell in love with me and told me just that. Of course, I did spend a lot of my younger years working, but now that I have him in my life, I'm a very happy woman.
And of course you are. Who wouldn't be happy being married to my brother? But the fact that you got to marry him without ever getting my permission first?
The only reason you're upset is because you've somehow chosen to hate me. Even your parents like me more than you do. But you are the only one in the family that seems to have something out for me. I remember when your brother had first brought me over saying I was his girlfriend. You were so cold to me and never spoke a word to me.
So you're going to blame me for hating you because you don't understand your own problems? If you were an actual decent woman, I'd be all right with you. Well, it doesn't matter what you go on about anyway, as I don't have the attention span to listen to an old hag.
Is that so? All right then. I've always been aware of you hating me, but recently you've really gone and made it clear to me. Is this all because I'm married to your brother now?
Huh? And that has nothing to do with this. I guess I just feel that after I get married, you're only going to get worse around me, acting like you know everything. So that's why right now I'm trying to prevent you from being a pain in my butt.
I knew it. I am not trying to do anything bad over here. I just wanted to be married to your brother and start a wonderful family with him. So you really don't have to worry about me heckling you all the time because I have my family to focus on.
You talking like you're my older sister is really freaking annoying. The only person that I see as my sibling is my brother. I'll never accept you as my sister-in-law, okay?
I know that already. If you keep saying that over and over to me, you're really going to piss me off, so please stop.
Well, that's what I want to happen, actually. Awesome, I'm finally starting to dig deeper into you. Well, if you're getting annoyed with me, don't you think it's a good time to leave my brother? You hate having a little sister like me, right? I'm not getting a divorce over something like that. I guess no matter what I tell you, it's useless. Well, go ahead and do as you please.
Good work today, Kelsey. As for the next meeting that's been planned for everyone within the company, we are going to move forward with what's on the schedule. If you have anything to say about it, please let me know.
All right, thank you. I think continuing things the way they are is okay. And this time, your cousin will be there as well, right? So please don't feel as though you need to ask me before going ahead with the plans.
Thank you very much. I'm really looking forward to this. I hope that this will really improve everyone within the company.
Right now, I'm having a look at everyone coming to the meeting. This Fred Sanders is your cousin, correct? I need to make sure to go greet him myself.
And that would make myself and Fred very happy. Fred respects you very much, and that's why he would really like to work a long time within your company.
No, that's great to hear and all, but he has to bring the right tools to the table and show me that he's willing to work.
Of course! But you said it yourself that you're wanting to take some time and be back home with your family, correct? Back when you drank a bit at that party.
Well, that's the truth, actually. But for the time being, it'll be a distant hope of mine. Just know that I'm not going to be stepping down from my position.
That's great to hear. I know it's a troubling task to have to balance both work and home. And I'm still wondering if you've become more distant from your sister-in-law. I heard that things between you two have been rough.
Well, about that. She's planning to get married soon, but if I were to come to her wedding, she'd definitely cut ties with me. Well, her parents and my husband don't really mind that happening, though, and actually I think it'd be a good thing for us.
Huh? She's getting married now? I never thought someone with her personality would ever be able to land a man willing to tie the knot with her.
Actually, I was thinking the same thing. Crazy that there's someone in this world that actually likes her back. When she introduced him to the family, she spoke to me with such a terrible tone. But somehow that didn't seem to faze him at all.
That's wild. But the fact that he's willing to marry her is a great thing, and I'm thankful for that. She'll finally have something to keep her busy, like making a family with him. And that'll be the perfect time for you both to cut ties.
Right? And now that we're talking about it, there's something funny I've noticed. Regarding the people on this list, there's someone here that has the same name as her fiancé.
What? Are you sure? There's no way that could be a coincidence, right? Who is it?
A man by the name of Josh Fletcher? I'm sure that it's just someone who happens to have the same name.
No, I think there's a real chance he is her fiancé. What will you do? If he is the real man.
Well, if that's actually the case, then I'll have a good laugh at first.
Well, it would be pretty funny if he's actually going to be marrying her. I want to believe it. Their relationship being in close proximity to you would really be a game changer.
Sure would be. Well, I'll let you know if that's really him and what happens after. Make sure to hope for it, though.
Will do. I'll be going now.
Have a good day, and thank you. What? Have you really come to my wedding? What the hell do you think you're doing? I never even asked for you to be at this wedding. You can say that, but I'm still your family. And I'm not here today, though, to shove that in your face. In terms of why I'm actually here, it's only to see the wedding, and that's it. Do you not understand English or something? Why would I ever invite you to my wedding when you're just some old hag? For what reason did you really come today, Grandma? There's no seat for you here, so get out, please.
Hey, Heidi. I think I've had enough of you. You and I are done.
Huh? What are you talking about? Have you finally gone off the deep end, you rotten apple?
This is your husband, Josh. And I have come to see my CEO and speak with her. And while I was talking with her, you happened to send her some very inappropriate messages. And my CEO, Kelsey, was kind enough to show them all to me.
Huh? Wait, what are you saying? Is this really you, Josh? Why would you be using my sister-in-law's cell phone right now?
After seeing what you've been saying to her, I asked to borrow her phone so that I could speak with you. And from what I've seen come out of your deranged head, I want you to come and apologize to her right now.
And I have no idea what's going on right now. Can you tell me what's actually going on right now? Heidi, this is me again. I just got my phone back from Josh. I'll be explaining everything to you now. What the hell are you talking about? Why are you and Josh acting like you know one another so well? Well, the company that Josh was accepted into happens to be the company that I run. Huh? You're kidding me, right? Wait, you've been a CEO? For real? And it makes sense that you're only learning about that now. Back when I'd gone to your parents' house to introduce myself and tell you all my career, you spilled hot tea all over my lap and then ran off. And you were never then able to hear about who I am and what I do. Well, I'm sure that something like that happened a while back. Wait, you haven't actually been showing Josh everything I've sent to you, right? Oh, I have been. Right now he's standing next to me, looking like a ghost after all he's read. I've heard from him that you talked all sorts of trash about me before to him and that you planned on cutting ties to me after the wedding, right? I did. Well, don't worry, because that's what I'm planning to do as well. So hey, let's cut all ties right now. I feel that at the point we're at now, that's really the only option. Well, that's fine by me. But that also means you'll be divorcing my brother right now, right? Nope. I've been having a wonderful time being your brother's wife. We would never think of splitting up just to please his bratty little sister. Really, we're just going to be cutting ties with you. Huh? I'm not okay with that now, actually. I meant that you leave my whole family when I said I'd cut ties with you. But in your case, you'll be out of your family's house once you're married. The only one getting kicked out of the family will be you, right? Why would I? Shut up, you old outsider. You really can't stop talking. Well, don't worry, because I've thought about that as well. If you're going to keep trying to stay around my family, then I'm going to cut ties with your husband as well and fire him from the company. Huh? Wait, why? That has nothing to do with us, right? Oh, it has a whole lot to do with us. Your husband is going to be working for me. You wouldn't want that, right? That and this are two completely separate topics, though. Josh is so happy to have a job there right now. He is going to have a really good salary there, and I'll be able to become his housewife soon as well. Our marriage will be perfect as long as he has that job. That sounds too good to be true, don't you think? I'd really want to cut ties with me, but you also want your husband to work for me? But if he continues to work there for you, you'll one day give him your role and he'll get the company, right? So I think we can stay a family for a little while longer. What? Who do you think you are? You've told me so many times that you hate me. And after the amount of times I've had to deal with you, why would I ever make your husband the next CEO, allowing you to have a wonderful life? I get it. I don't want things to get out of hand. You're more than welcome to be at the wedding today, but just make sure to make Josh the next CEO. Hold on, what are you talking about, Heidi? You're asking for him to be the next CEO when I'm considering having him fired right now? You know that after this, you and I will never see one another again. So you should be happy that I'm covering all my bases. But that's taking things way too far. What did Josh ever do to deserve this? He married someone like you, is what he did. He doesn't seem to be smart enough to choose a good wife for himself. Do you think you can live a happy life married to him after this? There's no way you can do that. There's always the possibility that if you were to divorce Josh and come to me right now asking for forgiveness on your hands and knees, I let him keep his job. But just a second ago, you made it seem pretty clear that you would be fine without me around. Well, it doesn't matter now because I've already made up my mind to cut ties with you. So I don't care what happens to you both. You're kidding me, right? I was so happy to finally have the chance to be a housewife. Oh, my life is going to be ruined. Well, that's all thanks to your horrific attitude. Right now, Josh is pretty furious with you. I think by the way he's talking about you, your marriage to him won't last much longer. Your time is fleeting away very quickly, so you'd better get to work on changing your personality and making things right with him. After that, Josh was like a ticking time bomb ready to blow at any moment, and he called for Heidi to come and see him. And just as she walked up to him, he punched her square in the face, and things had become a whole lot more severe. This wasn't any small punch either, and it ended up giving her an instant black eye. And she was on the ground cold for a minute at least. And before Josh could do anything else, there were men that rushed to restrain him and keep him from doing any more harm to himself or her. The police were called to the wedding, where they ended up taking the both of them into custody as they needed to question the both of them on what had been going on inside their heads. And following this, their marriage went down the drain in no time. Of course, everyone in the family was also fed up with Heidi, and as she sat there playing the victim and asking for help, they all left and cut ties with her. But I'm sure that she'll be getting the help she needs in no time while she's in court having to fight Josh over what had happened to her and what had caused him to do such a thing. You can really only call this justice served after the way her ego got the best of her and made her say and do terrible things to Kelsey. And I'm sure that wherever Kelsey is now and whatever she's doing at this point, she'll be laughing for days to come about how Heidi ended up laying flat on the ground after all she'd done. Let's just all hope that she'll never have to see Heidi again, and that wherever Heidi's poor choices lead her, they don't lead her right back to Kelsey.